Howdy, fellas and fellas. Welcome back to Wife Beater and Racist Garage. Jabba 2 fucking sucks my dick.
Welcome back to rich220.
This
what
is,
not to do when putting the head on your small box Chevy and adjusting the valve.
This is glorious.
This is awesome, dude.
You guys are gonna laugh, dude. He don't even know how to fucking do a head.
Dude,
Cylinder head.
I mean, it's a miracle if this motor even starts, dude. And here's my theory on this. I seen the car run when he first brought it home. And it ran a little rough, yeah, but it didn't run like it had two busted pistons with the tops busted off of them. I'll bet you dollars this car ran a little rough. Rich thought, I'll adjust the valves on it. He adjusted the valves, started, and that's what fucked him. I'll bet he fucked them two pistons up. Because in the one video you watch when he takes the head off, you can see two fresh valve marks in the top of that busted piston. You know what I mean? It looks like the piston is a valve release piston already.
It did its job. It released that valve pretty quick.
Man.
Hello, folks. It's Rich220.
Listen to how he talks about tech. And it's 65 foot-pounds, dude. Small box Chevy, 65.
I'm going to inform you that the head bolts on the passenger side and
The aluminum
the
heads
inside
are going to go
of the
like
valve
40
cover
and then go in smaller increments.
now
Start out with 40, run a sequence,
down to
then go in increments of like 10.
70 foot-pounds. So,
Now, some aluminum heads might have different torque
for the most part,
specifications
they're
as
ready
far
to
as
go.
pounds torque.
What's your torque sequence, Rich?
The only ones I couldn't get was
Okay.
one on the end, on each side. Well,
He's got a torque, but don't
not
have the
on
two
the
ends
inside
in.
anyway. But
What?
I'm
But
not going to override it.
Keep
by
in mind, he said he didn't have the two ends tight yet.
tightening the one that's down.
One on each end of the head. Towards the end of the video,
It's just hand
he starts
tightened.
running down the outside of the head, tightening the
What
head
I'm
bolts.
doing now is I'm putting the rocker arms back on,
This is awesome.
putting the lobes back in,
This is just fucking beautiful, dude.
and the nuts back on, and then I'm going to tighten them down until they're flush with the tip of the stud. And then I'm going to
Folks,
try
that's not
and
how
find
you do this.
Hold on, he's fine at this point. At this point, everything's
exterior
okay.
head bolts
As far as just in the
that are
valves go.
near the exhaust manifold, and put them in. I still got a long way to go, but
And
yeah,
a short
I'm going
time to get there because you're losing your
time to
fucking
change that
house.
off once more before I even turn this thing, and make sure everything is in its proper place before I even try and start this car.
You can't make it up, dude. This cracked me up, dude. I laughed so fucking hard, dude.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Rich. Your fucking life as a YouTuber, you know, backyard mechanic is done. Why don't you try to become a country musician now, man? Your life's a fucking travesty, dude. You lost your wife, you lost your stepson, you're losing your house.
Don't forget, in your words, the bitch ran me up to $21,000 in credit card debt. What the fuck's that got to do with your house payment, dude?
A tree falls on your
11
car.
years ago.
A tree falls
12,
on your
13.
car. I mean, you're all there, dude. Start calling yourself fucking Jabba
I mean,
Backroads.
you could have filed bankruptcy once and get ready to file it again in 13, 14 years, 15 years. I think it's every 7
Shouldn't have
years.
any more issues.
Love your heater
I'll
blower
leave the
motor.
last one off on
Oh,
the
you're one of them young dudes. You got your heater blower motor. You got your
passenger
surface
side
belt
rear
in ribs.
because I still have to tighten that down. The one up in front, I believe,
Watch this, man.
is just hand tightened down.
And then pay attention to what it says about the bolt later on.
way.
He goes, I'm not even sure this is the right head bolt.
Make
Watch
sure.
this, man. He is
But
just
they're
ripping the
tightened
threads out of
from
the head. Watch
the
it.
inside middle out.
And he's right. You go from the inside out in a
I've gone through them a
sequence.
couple of times, so
Every car has a sequence.
they're actually where they belong. Let's see, this one here, I don't think this is tight.
Watch
I think
this, watch
this is
this.
loose.
You don't think it's tight. Watch how hard he pulls. You hear him grunting and shit. Watch this. And then watch what happens. Watch.
Maybe
It's
not.
awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Now watch. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh!
Whoa!
Look at that! There it
Oh,
is! There it is,
shit.
folks!
Well, those threads ain't there no more.
It's fucking beautiful, man. And then it gets even better. Here we go, Rich. Show us how to adjust them valves, buddy.
The fucking ratchet was flexing.
I didn't just come loose.
It's still very loose yet, though.
Watch this shit.
I'm sitting here fucking eating, dude. I about choked. Damn, Rich.
In a minute ago, I don't know if this is the right bolt for the head.
You probably went,
See, they're not set to zero lash.
Talking about zero lash.
Maybe this one can go down a little bit more. We'll see what happens.
He has no idea where these push rods are, or where these lifters are on the cam. He has no idea, man. He don't know where. If it's on the base circle, in the middle, on the top, you know.
And Rich, you don't grab your fucking rocker arm. You use your push rod. You spin it.
You said
stupid
both,
fuck.
but I mean, and then watch how he does. Watch, he just leans on these ratchets. See that ratchet just flapping side to side on that stud?
It's too far.
Center your ratchet.
That's too
And
far.
you don't ever want to push your socket. If you're doing like this, you don't ever want to push your socket all the way down in there because it'll bind up the top of it, and
Yep.
you won't get it right. You don't want to do it. Check us out, dude.
Okay.
That one, that's good. Are you fucking
I
kidding
couldn't do
me?
anything this morning because it actually rained out all morning.
Has he already hit the second one yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Look at that
It's
push
a little
rod.
windy out here, but at least
Look
it's
at the push rod.
warm.
It's going on down the
Sun is
lifter.
out now.
It's just burying
Oh
itself in the
my
lifter.
God.
Look at that shit. You literally see that motherfucker going down. And the second one he does is even worse, man.
She's still loose.
You literally watch the push rod just shoving down in the lifter, man. Look at it going down.
Barry, you're 10 times more mechanic than this motherfucker.
I mean, it's still not tight. I mean, I think it's a lot of that's got to do with him push on. You know what I mean? But when he does that second one, dude, you watch that push rod, dude. It's already tight. And you watch the push rod just go, and it never comes back up.
Okay.
There's a reason you don't do it like this, folks. For one, you don't know if them lifters are pressurized. I don't mean pressurized, but you understand what I'm saying. Pumped up, or if they're empty. If they're empty, the plunger just pushes down in them. If they're hydraulic, I mean, there's a reason.
Summit Racing has a great video on doing this on Small Block Chevy. If anybody wants to watch it before you do this,
You got some ace mechanics, and I'm not being a smart ass. True ace, genius mechanics like Vice Grip. He can do them kind of like this, man. I mean, but he's spot on gangster mechanic. You know what I mean? But even he don't do it like this, man. He goes through and tightens it, and then he spins the motor. And I mean, I'm not saying that's exactly how he does it, but something along the lines. I can't do it like that. I have to do it one cylinder at a time.
Yep.
But check this out, dude. This is just awesome, dude. He's just now starting to spin the push rods. He did the first three, he didn't even spin a push rod. Now he's going back to
Way
it.
loose. Okay, this one I can turn. See, if you could turn the push rods, usually
That's how you start to set them, folks. You tighten it down until you feel the push rod getting a little drag on it. Once you have the motor on the base, once you have it on the base circle of the cam, on whichever cylinder you're doing, whichever valve, you spin like
should
you're
be able
doing
to turn
until
the
you feel
push
some
rods
drag.
left to right.
Then you can do a half
Not
a
up and
turn,
down.
3/4 of a turn after you get it. Once you just got a little drag on it,
In other words, if it does
you do another
that,
half turn is what I usually do.
that's too loose.
Oh, obviously, Rich. You don't want to
Just
look
so you
at
can
your
see what I'm saying.
when
I'm
you
talking about
do
this.
your rocker arms. You don't want to look to stand
words,
in
you
front
can
of the
lift the
head,
push
like
rod
looking towards the
out
back
of
of the
the
car.
lifter.
You don't want to look
If
down
you
at
can
them,
lift it
at
out
them
that
bolts
far, it's too
and
loose.
see a fucking set of whoops. You want them pretty much even. All the nuts should pretty much be even. Not like 100%. You're gonna have some a little higher and lower.
Can you imagine?
But you don't want it fucking like whoop-de-doos. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine this motherfucker ever tried to build a race engine?
And if anybody wants to see what I'm talking about, I can show you because the Pontiac out there, because the lifters are wiped out on it. So the only way to get to run is to fuck it up to try to get to, because they wouldn't pump up. You know what I mean? There's basically the lifters are dead, but they're all adjusted wrong, and I can show you what I'm talking about.
Our Delta 80 out there? Oh no, our real muscle car, the Le Mans.
Right.
I got you.
Right.
You know, the sports coupe, the bucket seat console, 4-barrel fucking.
Them lifters are so bad, man. You get the car to start for a couple seconds, and then as soon as crank it on it, it'll start for a couple seconds, and it dies. Then you can hear the lifters are literally coming back up.
I will never say.
You hear the valves closing. The ones that's supposed to be open, they're closing.
I'll never say skin about Barry, dude. Rich acts like that Delta 88 is fucking this badass muscle car, dude. Barry's custom is more of a fucking muscle car than that car.
Right. But
I'll never say it again. I said it here.
I think I would take Richard's car though over Barry's fucking Catalina.
Yeah.
I think Richard's car is more sexy than the Catalina.
Yeah.
At least interior wise. Let's put it that way.
I think both of them are kind of ugly, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it's like, got me, rock hard. I mean, it's not that kind of car. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, hey, Rex, your blower motor's loose.
You know what's sad?
Rich's life.
All that, and that his engine blew a head gasket before he did.
Well, yeah, and another thing, folks, you would never want to start setting preload without your head torque all the way down.
Yep.
And you never want to tighten down one head bolt. When you're putting on anything that takes a bunch of bolts in a row to hold it on, you want to get them all started, make sure they're all started before you tighten even one down. Whether it's a valve cover, a head, an intake, whatever.
Still too loose.
Oil pan.
All right, so is this one.
Make sure they're all started before you tighten one. Or I promise, by the time you get the last one,
Yeah, no, I can't do that with this because it's not the right extension, so.
he just went straight down the line, folks. He don't give a fuck. He wasn't worried about where his shit was on the camera, nothing, just straight down
And
the
we're
line.
supposed to believe you can build engines and shit before.
Right, I mean, it's a miracle this car starts at all. It is a testament to Chevrolet power that this car still runs after Rich touched it. I mean,
Rich, I'm telling you what, dude.
it's a testament to how hard it is to fuck up a small box Chevy.
Rich, you make me want to go back to my fucking high school auto shop teacher and show him this just so he fucking loses shit on you.
Dude, it is just comedy though, dude.
You would have been kicked out of his class. Your attitude plus this type of stupid shit, yeah, you wouldn't
Still
left.
too loose. Wow.
I mean,
Fuckers
I wouldn't
really
see him
up
showing
there.
up down to you. I would love to see how the nuts look, man. I promise you have some that's all the way down, some that's all the way up, some that's all the way down. I mean, that means you have a problem. If your car will only run when it's like that, that means you have a problem. And Pontiac got back's got a problem.
Yeah, it's worn the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, the lifters literally won't hold oil pressure. I don't
Looks like they were going to rebuild another Pontiac. So.
Well, it's supposed to, the Pontiac 400 we got, it's supposed to go into Buick for now. And then when I either get their numbers matching 350 built for it or get a 455 put in it.
No. We're going to go buy a 283 from Rich fucking Fuller and fucking put it in.
Look at that shit.
Way too loose.
You see the first three you moved wiggled a little bit. That fourth one didn't budge, dude. Didn't even fucking budge at all. That motherfucker's tight as hell.
Hey, Dad, we'll go buy some 305 and take it up to him.
Take it to where? His homeless family?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a
he's got to be out by the end of September.
Take it
His
to the
words.
remodel in.
All right.
Okay, still loose. Sure enough.
Sure enough.
Yeah, now it's too tight. I don't want to put pressure on the freaking valves.
You already said the fucking word. Why are you trying to stop me?
I mean, he is insane, folks. This man
Let's
is
see what that
touched.
is. That's good. That one's
Oh,
not.
yeah, that's awesome, dude. I guarantee that's what he did to this motor, man. I
Yeah,
tried to
still
fix
got
it
to put the
up.
bolts on the outside, but
In the first videos you make about this car, the
I
car
don't think
does
I have to
run.
worry about
It runs
that too
rough,
much with,
but you don't hear like bam, 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 or anything.
Your father was an electrical engineer according to his obituary. Where the fuck did he fuck up with you? That means your father was smart.
I'm telling you, I bet he's adopted, dude.
I mean,
I would, because they have brothers and sisters everywhere, dude.
and for your father to be an electrical
Well,
engineer,
they're mostly dead now.
he would have had to have been really, really smart.
And he looks just like him. I'm not saying their name.
I mean,
but
he has to be
looks-
really,
he
really
looks
fucking
like
smart
one.
to be an electrical engineer. And I bet he could do this job right. Where the fuck did he fuck up with you?
Well, listen to the story Rich tells in one of his videos. My dad loved this car so much, he's going to keep it forever. So he took it all apart and brought the whole car into the front room. But he never did get it right back together. But he was a hell of a mechanic.
And did he have a Sawzall?
I mean, yeah, well, that's what he says. I mean, in one of his videos. I mean,
putting
I think it's a
rock arms and
Chevelle or
push rods
something.
on.
His dad took it all apart and brought it in the front room. And then when he reassembled it, something about rear end popped out of it or some fucking shit. And it could be a true story. I don't know.
Nope, still too loose.
No one Rich probably not. You couldn't even do Harbor Freight, dude. The tool says Taiwan right on it. Socket. Chrome band on Taiwan.
It should be more than tight enough. Yep. Still rattles a little bit, but...
You know what I call that kind of socket? That's a knuckle buster.
That one's got to be tightened down, too.
I mean,
you would done be yelling at him.
huh?
The way he's holding that fucking ratchet,
Okay, folks, there's only...
you'd done be yelling at
I'd
him.
be like, center that fucking
One.
ratchet, dude. Quit leaning on it. I mean, what are you doing? Trying to snap him off or
Upper
what?
arm left.
I mean,
That's got to go in on this
watch
side.
this. Remember, he was on the other first one earlier, the one he spun around. Now look.
I don't know if these are the head bolts or if these are something
What I
else.
tell you?
What?
What I fucking tell you? I don't know if these are head bolts or they go to something else. Look, he's moving. He told everybody he has all torque down except for 2 in ones. Look, he's running down the whole outside front now. He's already done his lash adjustment, quote unquote. I mean, come the fuck
What
on.
the fuck are you doing?
That's it for the show for today.
And keep in mind, he said he went in
I have to go and
sequence on
get
the head from the
a
inside
small
out.
head
Well, how'd
torque
that work?
wrench for the back.
You did the
because
2 bottom
otherwise this
outside
is not going
bolts,
to go on.
the 2 bottom outside head bolts
And
at the same time. How'd you do that?
doing
sequence from
anything
the
with it
middle out?
until it does get to that.
You're supposed to go from the middle out and sequence it in like a circle. You know, start with a circle. You know, start with the center one. And I mean, you can do it like that,
There's
but I always go by the
guys.
sequence.
There's diagrams on Google. Just Google fucking
Yeah.
small block Chevy diagram.
Any engine has a diagram. I always go by the diagram. But
Yeah.
people say, I mean, in truth, they say you just go from the inside out in like a C pattern.
Listen,
Just
okay.
keep drawing a circle. You know, loop after loop after loop.
Rich, I'm willing to bet you used that fucking extension when you were torquing that shit down. You don't do that. You don't use a fucking extension on a torque wrench. How's he gonna get the right torque fucking...
He didn't have a torque wrench in his hand just now.
No, but he's talking about I gotta get a small head torque wrench, and he's talking earlier about he's gonna need an extension to do the
Yeah, I
outside
mean,
ones.
Sometimes you have to use an extension, but
No.
you want if you can afford it, you have to use an extension to torque something down. You want an extension that's made for a torque wrench, or you want a really good strong extension. You don't want one that's got flex and give because you're never gonna get the right torque increments, man.
And listen, folks, that's a fucking cylinder head. That needs to be torqued down right.
He's torquing at 70 pounds. He ain't fucking around. I mean,
Only a fucking idiot would do that. But I do want to point something out. Y'all know that Rich had a GoFundMe? Y'all know that?
we're doing that one next. That's a good
Yep.
one too. That's fucking awesome.
So, folks, I just like keeping you updated.
You fat, ugly fuck.
Of what not to do.
Fucking people come flying around that corner like there ain't no tomorrow.
Watch.
Go! Move! Fucking nigger.
See, now
Typical
pause that
shit. Fucking walking out there like that. Okay, yeah, I said it, but it doesn't make me a racist.
Yes, it does.
It makes me fed up when people actually jump off the curb and run out in front of your car when you're doing 45 miles an
I
hour.
don't think you think this
You have to
bullshit.
slam on your brakes because they want to be stupid and act ignorant.
You're shooting people across
Ignorance
the road,
is
dude.
another word for the N-word. Look it up in the dictionary.
No, it's not.
Problem? Tough. Don't care. Doesn't make me a racist.